I believe the title is Welcome Back, Pluto. It's a short film, but it illustrates what alienating behaviors are, what is this dynamic of parental alienation, how conflict can lead into a toxic conflict if we are not careful. So these are some educational tools to help parents understand that behaviors can really be damaging. Words carry power. Adults have a lot of power in children's lives and eyes. So when a dad or a mom does something out of anger or frustration or outrage, your child's watching. And often children who are caught in the conflict realize which parent is the more aggressive one, which is going to win according to them, and they try to align themselves with the winning side. And that child alignment often then turns toxic. And then you have what I see as very, very harmful is the social media groups. And I will just call them broadly dad's rights versus mom's rights. It doesn't mean that dad's rights or mom's rights are to be frowned upon. But the problem is that they start encouraging blindly whether you happen to have good behaviors or bad behaviors. And they take sides. You are talking to a silo. There's an echo chamber going on. So if one parent claims that he or she is a victim of domestic violence, without there being any evidence of it, without there being any proof of it, other parent claims he or she is a victim of parental alienation. They go and join the groups on social media and they tell people about how they are the victims, and people start talking to them as if they are victims. And it's basically you see what you want to see, you hear what you want to hear, and you start building competing narratives. And both of those competing narratives are then thrown at the judge, and there are filings made, the research thrown, but trial doesn't take place. So you have all these narratives being built around without the judge having an opportunity to find out what's the truth here. Are they both accurate? Is one parent a victim of some really bad behavior that could tantamount to domestic violence? Is the other parent also guilty of engaging in alienating behaviors? Because they both could be true. It's not either or. It's never a binary. Sometimes, and in most cases, it could be a hybrid situations. But then you have to flesh out the relief and remedy. Even if both are true, you don't cut the child out. What is amazing to me, and this is a little segue, but what is amazing to me as a lawyer is that when you look at the dependency and juvenile dependency courts, where parents have engaged in abusive behavior, where a parent has been found to have engaged in child abuse, and the child has been taken away and put in a temporary placement of foster care or with the other parent, those courts then bend over backwards to make sure the parent gets the help and is reunified with the child. You have issues of alcoholism, you have issues of substance abuse, even child abuse. Once a parent gets help and goes through therapy, makes an attempt to understand what's going on, the court then makes sure that reunification takes place. Compare that to family courts, where sometimes just because of mere allegations thrown around, the parent is completely cut out of the child's life. The parenting time is dramatically suspended or reduced, and months and years go by without any sort of proper reunification. It just doesn't make sense. And the judges who have worked in this both arenas, they understand that. So we have to be more mindful that the contact between the parent and the child, as long as there is no evidence of abuse, we need to ensure that the parent continues to maintain contact. And that's a key part, whether there is evidence of abuse or it's just an allegation, because it's easy to make an allegation, whether it's of an domestic violence or parental alienation. But that allegation has to be tested, and you have to look at the merits of that allegation. And that's where the trial comes in.